My husband 35 thinks I 32 baby trapped him, despite the baby being planned. Please help. My husband 35 and I 32 have been married for 7 years. He lived next door and we just clicked. It was like a fairy tale. One thing I have always thought made our marriage so strong was our friendship with each other and our trust in one another, although now my husband seems to think otherwise. Recently, my husband found out that his friend, Jeff M34, has been baby trapped. Basically, Jeff's wife, F32, stopped taking the pill and fell pregnant a few months into their relationship and only came clean after the wedding. Jeff came from a very conservative family, which his wife knew, and so he felt obligated to marry her after the pregnancy. Unfortunately, he also now feels obligated to stay regardless of the clearly messed up dynamic, because he feels that he has made a vow and will stick by his wife and child. My husband, for some reason, has been really rattled by this. I am currently 4 months pregnant with our first, and my husband asked me yesterday if I was trying to baby trap him. I first laughed because I honestly thought it was a joke. He was dead serious and doubled down, so I told him that we have already been married for 7 years, and a baby was not going to trap him any more than he already is. My husband did not like that answer and said that there was no time limit on baby trapping and that my intentions were clearly not pure given how I was acting, as if his concerns were a joke. He said he had trusted me in the past, but me laughing in his face gave him no reason to trust me now. I did not really know what he wanted or how I was meant to respond, and I said we should talk about this in the morning. Today I woke up and my husband was gone, but I did have a nasty text from his brother M28 saying that I had forced my husband into this pregnancy despite it having been a joint decision. My husband is Mia and not responding to calls or texts, and now I am wondering how on earth to go forward. Any advice is appreciated. The commenters were as baffled as OP, but basically 2 major theories were put forth. Either the husband was panicking about fatherhood and looking for a way out that would let him save face, or the husband had started an affair with someone else and was, again, looking for a way to end things without looking like the bad guy. The consensus also seems to be that there is no coming back from this, because even if he comes back to apologize, her trust in him is destroyed. The update February 4th, 2023, 1 day later. Not sure if I am allowed to post in here again, but I wanted to quickly update everyone who was kind enough to give me some advice. I didn't respond to anyone because my post was locked quite quickly, but I have read every single comment and message. I am very grateful. Report. I realized while I was reading the comments that everyone was right. I wasn't angry enough. My husband had insulted me and our marriage in a very hurtful way, and it just didn't really register for a while. I was so confused and upset that it didn't occur to me to be angry, but I think everything just needed to sink in. In the meantime, I called my best friend F31, who has been such a rock in my life. She came over with some chocolate and was furious when she heard. She called her husband M34 to the house after I had gotten everything out of my system. He is a family lawyer, and he said that he would happily represent me if I wanted to go through with a divorce. This man is a saint and will draw up divorce papers on Monday. My Mill F66 showed up with my husband in the car not long after my best friend's husband arrived, and she practically dragged him to the door. My Mill said that he had showed up at theirs late last night, saying that he was certain that I was using the baby to trap him. Fortunately, my Mill is a smart woman and absolutely tore him a new one before dragging him to the house today to apologize. My worm of a husband did not look me in the eye the entire time, but said that he was scared about becoming a dad and projected his fears onto me. He said he wasn't sure if he was ready for that kind of commitment, but he will step up as if he is some kind of hero eye roll. I called him a coward and told him that he should stay with his parents until I am ready to talk to him. I didn't want to say anything about the divorce papers because I didn't know what his reaction would be, but he will find out soon enough. I also showed my Mill the text from my bill, and her face was like a storm cloud. I don't know what will happen there, but I am sure it will be bad. For now, I am exhausted and just want to curl up and cry. My best friend has said she'll spend the night with me, and we can watch silly movies. I have also made an appointment with a therapist for next week, but for now, I just need to rest. I am exhausted and devastated that my marriage has come crumbling down. Sorry for the sad ending, everyone. So Deus ex machina in the guise of Mill to the rescue. What did that poor woman ever do to deserve two such useless sons? Husband to find out he is going to be an ex-husband fairly soon, so at least his main concern will be removed, as he will be spared the arduousness of hands-on parenting. I can't imagine Oop will want to force custody for a newborn on a man who doesn't want it marked as ongoing, because we hope Oop will update further about her Stevie ex-husband's reaction to the divorce and how she plans to handle custody. Hopefully Oop will get to keep the Mill in the divorce.